You just spent 3 hours designing a beautiful proposal for this event to try to get them to hire you in Canva. But then you realize you've got 5 more to do. Well, professional proposals should not take half the day. So in this video, I'm going to show you Ripluo's proposal builder and how you can use it to load in your services, your pricing, and your branding into a clean template that with a click of a button, you can send to your client. In the Ripluo system, you can see that on the left-hand side of our screen, I have my pipeline. That is my sales pipeline. And that's typically what you would find within a CRM. CRM stands for a customer relationship management system or a client relationship management system. And so in the CRM, you can see that I've got a leads button. So this is where under the leads button, I would either log the leads manually or I would create an embed code. So if I click on leads, I can go to the top right, go to form manager. And so I would create my form. So we're just going to say testing website form. So I can either create it as a button that pops up or inline, which is that's the actual form. So you embed the whole form right there. So they don't have to click a button and have a pop up. So I'm just going to go ahead and select that. I'm going to leave the colors alone. My fields, I can say like phone, company, event date, event type, guest count, manage, and I can add custom ones if I want to. So those are there for you. I'm just going to go ahead and leave them on. I'm going to do company, event date, and a message is required. So that's all required. Form title is going to just say contact us. I'm going to leave that alone also. And then I'm going to hit create form. So that's going to show me, like if I go to preview, it's going to show me what the form looks like. So I've got contact us is the title of it. First name, last name, email, phone, company, event date is good, or event type, then the date, the count, send a message, all those kinds of things. So that's where, and then what would happen is then those show up directly in my leads. So here's a bunch of leads that are mock-ups. So these are made up by Claude, helping me create this demo. So they would come to my website, fill out that form. It automatically appears in here, or I can go ahead and log leads myself. And then here under the pipeline, I can see that what I would do is I would actually come here to leads first. I'll go, for example, I go to Tyler Bennett and I can, let's see, I can either assign it. This one is already converted, so I'm not going to do that one. I need to find one that's not converted. Here we go. So convert to opportunity. So what I would do is I would convert this lead. So this comes in through my website. This is not just someone spamming me saying, hey, can you hire me to be your event marketer? Or will you hire me to build your website? I don't need that. I need actual, like, this is a lead, it's legit. And then I convert it to an opportunity. So I click that button and I do want to create the contact and I want to create the opportunity. I'm going to hit convert. Now I've got into my pipeline. You can see now I'm on my pipeline tab. And so then the next step is to get them on the phone. And so in the pipeline, I can see what stage they're at, how much it would be, what percentage it would be. I can change all of these here with just a click of a button. I can assign it to a certain person if I have multiple people within my company. I can add certain contacts and information. I can also log all of this activity. And now to the really the meat of this video. So I would set this and I'd say, okay, when this is ready, I'm ready to go ahead and create a proposal. So what I would do first is if I want to, I don't have to, but if I want to, I'd want to add either my products or my services. So I'm going to say I'm going to add my AV package and a bartender and a barbecue station. Go ahead and add it. We'll figure it out. So we've got, we're actually going to do bartender is 45, but it's actually like $45 an hour. So I'm going to say this is for like 6 hours and I'm going to update it. And then we're going to change this one. Nope, AV package is just one. We're going to leave that alone. And we've got bartender 6 hours, barbecue station. We're going to do $32. We're going to do like times 300 people. And maybe we'll drop that price down to like 20 bucks a person. So we're going to update it. Okay, great. I've got 300 people, 20 bucks a person. It's calculating everything. So here's my total. Now what I would do is, this is the meat of the video. This is why you came to the video, is how do you create a proposal? So after all that comes in,
I'm not ready for the contract phase. I've gotten their information and I said, yeah, I think it's going to be between $10,000 and $15,000. That's my range. And if you want, this is how I do my sales process. So talking to the client, I say, hey, if you want, what would happen next is I'm going to go back and I'm going to take my notes. I'm going to put it into an official proposal for you. And so that's what we're going to do here in this video. So with the proposal, I'm going to click create proposal. I'm going to, I don't think I have any templates loaded into this account. So I'm going to go ahead and start from scratch. I'm going to use my brand colors. I can customize any colors that I want to. I can change the typography. I really like the Montserrat, so I'm going to go with that one. And then I can click here and upload a logo so that it would add there. And I'm going to say my tagline, I'm going to say like, this is Sean's AV and catering, because that matches the services. If I can spell catering. The tagline, I'm going to say, blow your face off with great sound, lights, or visuals, and food. Because why not, right? Now I'm going to hit next. And I go to, you can see that up here, I've got the different steps. I've got template and style. Now I'm on event details. So we're going to say that this is for a nonprofit. We're going to say the 2026 gala, or we'll just jump ahead a couple years, 2028 gala. Great. I can add a contact to it. So I've got it already saved there. I can add an additional one. I don't need to. Related opportunity is here. I'm going to put this valid. And I'm going to say it's valid until October of 2026, till Halloween. Pull from this opportunity. Yep. Yes, please. And the event name. I'm going to go ahead and just grab this right here. Command copy. The event name. 2028 Gala. We're going to jump to 2028. We'll just say it's in July. It's going to be on a Saturday. Great. Start time, we'll say, is 12 o'clock p.m. And the end time is 10 o'clock p.m. It's going to be a long gala. The end date, I'm just going to leave the start date, so we're good there. I can create a venue. I'm just going to do, let's see, Riverside Gardens. That sounds like a great place for a gala. Event description. All right, here you can see that I've got another section for an event image. I'm going to go ahead and select this image. Just going to go ahead and give you an example of what it would look like. I'm going to hit save draft just to make sure I save everything. So I've saved it here. I'm going to hit edit again. I'm going to go back to template and style and just start over just because I want to select a logo. All right, so now I'm going to go ahead and upload a new logo. So I've got my logo here. It's saved. I'm going to go to the next step, which is where I was. I already did all of this. Now the next step is the event goals. Describe what you achieve to aim. Help raise a lot of money. Help have great, provide great food for guests. Make sure everyone can see and hear clearly. And then I'm going to add another image of an example of an event that I've done. That was an event when I used to shave pretty regularly. And then services, we are pleased to offer the following services. All right, we can introduce it. And then this section is about us. So I would say we have 16 years of event experience. I can build that out a little bit more. I can do a primary image. I'm going to go ahead and select this one. And I'm going to go ahead and select this one. And then the very next section is the client reviews section, brand new, hot off the press. At the time of this recording, nobody has ever seen it before. Nobody's used it before except for me. I've done some testing with it and I love it. So what you can do is you can click add review. If you've never done it before, if you have done it before, you're going to see that there's like a little button that says saved. So you can just, when you're adding a proposal, you can go back to what you have saved. So I'm going to say the client said from here, what I would do is go to Google reviews or wherever you have reviews and just put in here what people have actually said. So it's going to say something like Sean did an amazing job. Highly recommend. Jonathan McBride, I don't know, just making stuff up here. You can add an optional photo. I'm going to hit save to my library for future use. And then I actually do have some actual reviews. So I'm just going to come here and copy one. I'm going to say right here. So I'm going to go to add review. This is from Chloe. She's actually someone that hired me for a wedding before. As I mentioned, I use Ripluo on my own. So we've got terms and conditions. Please pay on time. I pre-typed that. We are happy to offer this for you. Pre-type that. And then I'm going to go ahead and hit save draft. What I can also do is if I'm going to do a gala over and over again, I can come here and hit save template. I'm going to do gala template. And so if I do a bunch of galas, I like this template. I like the photos. I like what I said. I like the about us and things like that. So I can save it as a template. That way I can reuse it over and over again. All right. So I've got save as draft. Now I'm going to go ahead and hit preview. And this is what it looks like. So I've got my logo. I've got my catering company. I've got blow your face off. I've got where it is, the date and the time. And any sales call that I possibly take, I like to ask them a bunch of questions about their event. What are they going to do? Where are they going to do it? What are their goals? And so here, this is why we have that section. Here's the goals for your event. We want to help you raise a lot of money because that's their goal. We want to provide great food for your guests because that's their goal. We want to make sure everybody can see and hear clearly because with audio visual, that's what you should be doing. Services and investment, we've got all of those lined up. We've got an about us section, and then we've got a reviews section. And then when they are ready, they can click accept proposal. You get notified. And then in the Ripluo system, what you would do is you would come back to this tab and you would go to contracts and you would create a contract from a template or from scratch for your first time and get that e-signature, because accepting a proposal is one thing, but getting actual terms and conditions signed in a contract, that way you can move into invoicing and it has all of the legal details. This is like the nice one, the beautiful one. And then all of the legal details would be in an e-contract system. So hope that this is helpful for you. I pray that it's successful for your business and helps you be successful in your business endeavors. And if you want to learn more about how to reuse Ripluo, be sure to check out this video. YouTube studies your habits, and they suggest this based upon your algorithm and what you've watched before. And if you have not already done so, be sure to go to ripluo.com where you can log in, create a free account, start planning your first event, or you can create your first proposal, log your first set of contacts and clients, and create the forms for your website, all those kinds of things. Be sure to go to ripluo.com and do so today.